Om Namo Pranavarthaya Shuddha Gnani Kamurtaya Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Gurave Sarvalokana Visaje Bhavalogina Gurave Sarvavidyana Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Everything without any way the right thing will happen. Why think so much? Guruji says, a stress-free mind, a disease-free body, quiver-free breath, inhibition-free intellect, trauma-free memory is the birthright of every human being. Yeah? We make one addition to that. The addition is number-free enthusiasm. So what is enthusiasm? I'm still discovering. I'll share what I've discovered so far. See, light is 10 times faster than speed of sight. The time it takes for you to see something, light is 10 times faster than the sight. The mind is 20 times faster than light. The mind is 20 times faster than the speed of light also. The consciousness is 100 times faster than the mind also. So for something to travel at that speed, which exceeds by 90 times from the speed of light, how much energy that consciousness would have? How is light able to travel faster than sight or human beings or anything which is possibly perceivable? Because light has an innate nature of its own. And it has a characteristic of its own which makes it lighter and faster. Yeah? The consciousness is 100 times faster than light also, and the mind also. So how much potential does the consciousness have? Being here, you can be anywhere in the whole universe. Light even cannot travel to the other end of the solar system as fast as your consciousness can. Isn't it? If you want to go to Venus or Jupiter or Mars, how long does it take? You're there. How long will it take for the light to go? It will take plenty of time. Isn't it? So if our consciousness is even stronger than light and the mind, what is it that is preventing our consciousness to travel and remain in that nature at all times? For light to travel, it needs certain activity inside, right? For your body to live, you need the cells to be functioning inside. Is that right? Because your cells are busy inside, there is some activity. That is why your body is functioning, isn't it? Yes? Because there is some activity in the mind, you get thoughts. Yes? So, light also, for it to travel, it needs some activity. And for consciousness to also travel and do its job, or to do what it has to do, it also needs some activity. That activity is called enthusiasm. Oh. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand this bit first? It's not very complex, is it? No. It is. The body to function, the cells have to function. It's this activity in the cell, the vibration in the cellular system. Inside the cell there is a DNA. Inside the DNA there is energy. This is what quantum physics say now. They broke open the DNA also recently. And they found inside the DNA, if you watch One Giant Leap, it explains in that. If you open up a DNA, inside the DNA, there is just energy, nothing else. So, similarly for the cells to operate and travel from one part of the body to another and the blood to move, it needs activity. For the mind to perceive, for the mind to think, intelligence, all these also need some activity. You need some basis, some movement. For consciousness to progress, for the consciousness to expand, for the consciousness to move ahead, it needs enthusiasm. That is the basis for the consciousness to work. And it is the lack of enthusiasm in our life, in our action, which causes the consciousness not to be intuitive, not to be skillful, and not to live life fully. Does it make sense? So how do we deal with our enthusiasm? How we keep this activity which is required for the consciousness to perform, which is required for the consciousness to move, how do we maintain it? And how do we give rise to it more? This is the secret among all secrets. Consciousness itself is a mystery. It's a very big secret. How it is made, what it is made up of, how it performs. This is the secret of the consciousness. It needs that activity. Like everything needs an activity. The tree needs water. It needs the soil. It needs to grow, isn't it? To move. It needs the wind it needs the air to breathe. Everything needs an activity. There is something propelling everything in this nature. That is how it is able to sustain itself and expand, and from a small tree it becomes a big tree because of the wind and all that. Same way for the consciousness, you need this substance called enthusiasm. Without it, what happens to the consciousness? It just remains bounded and stuck. And hence you feel low, you feel unenergetic, you feel lack of interest in life, you feel lack of vision in life. Because the activity which propels, the fuel for the consciousness is not enough. You are going in reserve fuel at all times. And hence when the car is in reserve fuel and it's about to finish, what happens? Isn't it? It's trying to move, but there is nothing helping it to move. There is nothing propelling it to move. Make sense? This is the true nature of consciousness. It needs the enthusiasm. Although enthusiasm and consciousness are synonymous, they are not separate from each other. They are both the same. Yet, it's the innate nature of the consciousness to be enthusiastic. If it doesn't find that fuel, then it drops its activity. And hence you feel stuck, dull, depressed, all those things. Make sense?